my...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiana. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. For those of you who have not been here yet, this is a YouTube channel dedicated to anti-MLM content, unethical business practices, and just some shady shit, y'all. So please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every time I post a video. Before we get started here today, for those of you who caught my last video, you will know that I decided to be an influencer about a week ago, and I've been trying to post to my Instagram consistently. So if you would like to follow me, you can follow me at Hey I'm Tiana. That's Hey I'm Tiana with 3 Y's. And I don't know, some of you were able to subscribe and some of you weren't able to subscribe. So I don't know, I'm gonna leave a link in here anyways, but if it doesn't work, I know it doesn't work, or at least I know that it might not work, but I am starting a second YouTube channel. The link will also be Hey I'm Tiana with 3 Y's, and I should have my first video up within the next week as well. So yeah, let's get started for today's video. Today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about Tava, the MLM. So one of you guys asked me to look into this, and we were able to hop on a call together for Tava. And unfortunately, so I live in California, and for those of you who are aware of the California state laws as far as recording conversations or video goes, recording things, it's a 2-party consent state. So if I were on a call with somebody and I am in California, I have to let them know that I'm recording the call. So this was not a recorded call, and I couldn't secretly record this call. But I do want to talk about some of the things I heard on this call, which were absolutely heinous, you guys. Absolutely so incredibly, atrociously heinous that it really irks me that people use MLMs in this fashion. And I found another video online from just a distributor talking about Tava Lifestyle. I was kind of just looking at other people, and honestly I feel like reacting to her video will help hit the ball home for what I experienced when I was on that live. So the number one thing I want to say about the recruitment practices of Tava is that it really relies heavily on religion and religious commitment. So I found that while I was on this call, they were talking a lot about how this opportunity was divine and how these products were anointed. And I think even one of the women got into it because of her pastor. And honestly, I was like, wow, like this, they really preyed on how this was like, I don't know, like this was the Lord did this. The Lord placed this product, this thing, this experience, this business here for them, for this, like, to pass on to other people. And I don't know, I mean, obviously, not to be, I think this is kind of obvious, using religion as a way to lure people into an MLM, I feel like is not, I don't know, I think it's one of the more sinister ways of recruiting people, because people rely so heavily on their faith. And when you are able to toy with people's faith like that, I think that is, I don't know, I think that's something that we should be looking out for. And I think that if we know that this company is going to target that faith, we can be on the lookout for when we start to feel like, oh my gosh, this could be a divine thing. Is this divine? Like, could this be? When you can really peel this back and say that this is a way that they recruit people. This isn't really a divine intervention. These weight loss products, so I don't know too much about this, but apparently the top leaders at It Works, or they were some top leaders at It Works, split off and started a new MLM, and that was the Tava Lifestyle MLM. So 2 of the top leaders from It Works split off and started Tava, which I believe they were a husband and wife duo. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was. And this is a fairly new MLM as well, and they also push that they're Black owned. So you will find that I would assume that this would be something that would just go flying through Black churches, honestly. Like, utilizing, you know, like how we see some of these MLMs go through certain religious groups. Like, I feel like this MLM we would see going throughout churches where there were a lot of people of color. That is just my perception, and how I would feel like they are, that is the community that I think that they target, that they are trying to seep through, and they're trying to present it as a divine opportunity for people. So that was really the big takeaway I got from this, was the religious aspect. I couldn't help but feel like this, like that I was almost at like a Sunday service in a sense. And a lot of the time spent at the beginning was spent like building up to this divine thing. And then it was talking about the products. And then it was talking about how these products were anointed. And I don't even know. I just kept going, wow, like, wow, they're really hitting this religion thing. Like, wow, ooh, wow, ooh, wow, oh, no, she did, oh, wow. So, honestly, that was me this whole call. I couldn't really, it's hard for me to grasp it. And like I said, it was like a Sunday service, but I want to, so, as I said, I'm not going to play this call for you. I'd love to play this call for you. And if I could, I even offered, I was like, oh my gosh, am I going back to Arizona anytime soon? Because, you know, if I just cross the border, Arizona is a one-party state, and I don't have to tell them I'm recording it. I'll hop on another call. I'll record that thing, because I'm not within those state lines. I don't even know how the laws work, but I'm pretty sure that that's enough if I wasn't in California. But I'm in California, and I know well enough that we live in a two-party consent state, so I couldn't record this call, because they also weren't recording this call and there wasn't permission to record this call. But this video that we are going to play right now is a YouTube video posting from Tava Lifestyle, a consultant, and why she feels like this is the time to join in on this opportunity. And I feel like it helps bring home some of the points I'd made before about how they use religion and divine intervention to reel people in. And then also, in a sense, she's really just saying this is a ground floor operation. So if you get in now, this is the time, this is basically the time, because you're so far close to the pinpoint of the uplines that this is your opportunity, because you probably failed at your last one, or if you failed at your last one, that's okay, because now is the time to get in onto this one. So we're going to react to that video and discuss, go from there. So yeah. So let's actually just break down this intro. So I'm not going to play this song because I don't know what the copyright situation is, but the song that's playing at the beginning says, I'm a millionaires. I'm a millionaires. I'm a millionaires. I'm a millionaires. And she's got this little reel, a highlight reel that says, so are you ready to get your life? She's getting out of the car. She's a best-selling author, speaker, coach, internet marketing strategist, traveler, vlogger, influencer, ministry, spirituality, business, money, international speaker, parenting, love, and relationships. So doesn't she just do it all?
Hey, kings and queens. This is I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that won the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Forex trader and investor. And I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome to this video. So as you see in the title of this video,
so I think if we're just pinpointing the religious aspects of this right off the bat, she's telling people that in doing this, she's helping people find their God-given purpose. And again, it's fine, I think, to help people find a purpose or help them search for a purpose. I don't think it's right to say that doing this is your God-given purpose. Like selling Tava, selling weight loss stuff is your God-given purpose. I think it would be one thing to say that you were going to help people explore their God-given purposes. But I feel like this necessarily. But I mean, also, I think she's mentioning in a lot of other things she does, because she says, you know, she is an entrepreneur and she gives parenting advice and other kinds of things. But yeah, we'll see.
Video, I am telling you why I joined Tava. Now, let me say this. I totally had absolutely no intent on ever joining a network marketing company again in my life. And if you're watching this video, you are probably like me. You know, you were like, listen, I did that before, never doing it again. I've been burnt, I'm tired, all the above. That was me, right? And
right now off the bat, who's our target audience? We're going for people who had been in an MLM, who were burned by MLMs, because Tava is a relatively newer MLM. So I think that you're naturally going to be trying to have a catch-all from people who are coming from ones where you can say, that wasn't a good one, this is a better one, or that it wasn't the timing, it wasn't right with that one, but this one is newer, so you have room to grow perhaps. So I think that that's kind of why she's positioning that, like, I never thought, who never thought, haha, me.
And I went from being tired of the industry to being disgusted by it, right?
And so why would she go from just being tired of it to being disgusted by it? Why would you be disgusted by it? And what would make this different?
There's one thing when you're tired of something, but when you're disgusted, there's no going back, right? So that was me.
How do you go, there's no going back?
Psych!
So that was me, but now I'm here.
I had absolutely no intentions of going back into this industry. I had been successful as a trader, you know, making thousands of dollars on a daily basis, almost on my phone, not having to speak to anyone. I had created my own membership group, so I had residual income coming from that. And so I liked the fact that I did not have to rely on anyone to have to create income on my own, right? And although I had that success, and although I had
or has, currently has or had. Disgrace.
Although I had life on my own terms, I still feel like there was something missing, but I didn't know what it was. And I can guarantee you, I certainly did not think it was network marketing, right?
Network marketing or Tava, like CBD, coffee, weight loss stuff. Basically, I knew it works.
But when the opportunity for Tava came to me, it came to me such in a way where it's so divine that I had to pay attention. I had to literally take it back to God, and I had to really think about it. Because, of course, if anyone just straight up came to me with an opportunity, I told them no. In fact, if you're watching this video, there's a great chance that you probably try to recruit me. A lot of people try to recruit me on different opportunities, and I told them no. And the way it happened with me meeting my mentor and saying yes to Tava is totally supernatural. And I'll talk about that maybe another day.
Supernatural. You know, she took it back and she spoke with God about it. She is putting religion into selling weight loss stuff, you know? Just a new MLM. It's divine, you know. I don't know. If this is this time, she's telling us why, so why would it be another day?
But there was something that caught my attention when I said yes to this opportunity. And you know what? It was not the products. It was not the owner of the company. It wasn't the compensation plan.
So it wasn't the products, it wasn't who made the company, and it had nothing to do with how much she was getting paid. So what was it?
What really did it for me initially was the faith and belief in my mentor and my sponsor. His belief was so strong that I found myself in the vision that he was painting for me.
Okay. So her upline is so deeply religious and sees so strongly in his faith and sees so strongly in it for her that she also felt it, and that's why she joined. And that's why she wants you to join too. She wants you to believe that she sees so strongly in your vision of success, and that is why you're going to join. And then you're going to see so strongly in the vision of other people's successes, and that's why they're going to join. What, like, it had nothing to do with the products, it had nothing to do with anything, so you just joined strictly because the person who wanted you to join was so convicted, and that was it? Like, what does that have to do? Eeks, you know? That's nothing tangible. At least for me, it's not tangible. So I feel personally like they're really preying on somebody who might be very, very deeply religious, who might not need something so tangible, like might just need that belief. And when you can plant the seed in their faith that this is something that is being called upon them, I don't know, just my thoughts.
And the vision wasn't just painted for me, but for anyone who was part of what he was doing. And sometimes that's what
anybody in his downline too, okay.
That's what it takes. Sometimes it's for someone else to have a vision so big that you can find yourself in it, where someone else's conviction is so strong that you begin to believe in it. And that's what happened for me. I believed.
So her upline believed so hard in it that she started to believe too. This to me, I'm finding it really, there's no real anything here, you know? Like, I'm trying to think of like any reason other than somebody else believed in it so hard for me that I joined. It's weird, right?
I believed in the vision that he had portrayed. I believed in what he was doing. And so it caught my attention. I believed in it enough to take it back to God. But even with that, I'm like, well, Lord, you know I don't want to do no network marketing again. So,
you know I don't want to do no network marketing again. So what would make you concede this time? Right? What would just because somebody else did her last upline not care about her before? Was her personal conviction not that strong when she did the network marketing around? So now it's enough when somebody else's conviction is strong enough. So she's sold. I'm still not fully buying this. This doesn't feel, what's the pitch? Where's the real thing to hold on? I'm not making any sense, you know what I mean? Like, where's the real thing to hold on to in the pitch? Like, what's the reason other than God, divine intervention? Somebody else believed in it so, in the vision so hard for us that we just had to jump on the board. On the board.
So in addition to borrowing the faith of my leader, I had to think about some other things, right? I'm a businesswoman. So I had to look at some things from the business component. I had to take my emotions out of the way and look at the actual facts, right? Well, what were the facts? The facts were that this was a company that literally had just launched 2 weeks prior when I found out about it.
Oh. That's why the vision was so strong, is because the company hadn't even started yet. 2 weeks before she had just found out about it, right? 2 weeks. Oh, the company just launched 2 weeks ago. So the vision is so strong. I could be at the top of the upline.
Then I also had to look at the fact that the owner of the company, Mr. Lloyd, knows what he's doing. He had brought his last company to about $1 billion in sales and grew it to 500%. He had created 15 millionaires personally in his organization. He himself and his wife had brought home $30 million. He was the VP in the other company.
These sound like income claims. Yes, an income claim. Right? These are income claims. I think these are income claims. These are income claims. Millionaire here, 30 million there. Don't make that income claim.
I think you've been reincarnated.
No, come on.
I do. I think you've been reincarnated.
And the other company he was a part of. So I knew what his results looked like. So I'm like, okay, check. Timing, check. But then I had to go also to my leader, Mr. who literally was working directly with the owner of the company. So that's placement. So we have placement, we have timing, we have results from the leadership of the company, and then there was infrastructure that was on point because they were backed by and partnered with a $4 billion enterprise, which is the Core Enterprises. So I saw that even if I did nothing but secure a position, I can literally be in the forefront of a movement where Tava could one day hit $1 billion, which I'm sure it will do. And just because I was literally at the beginning.
Yeah, so they made it to the top in network marketing. So I'm just gonna hitch my wagon to theirs. Even if I just join and position myself, I could be one day just be at the top because I just started with at the top of the thing. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. She knows that the people are at the bottom don't make any money. That's why she wants to join now so she can be at the top. Because she fully is aware that the people at the bottom don't make any money. That's why we're collecting people to come in. And so if you guys, hey, you were at the bottom. You guys were all at the bottom. And now it's your chance to be at the top. So everybody should join now. The timing is right. The positioning and the placement, it's right. And it's divine. Go have your words with God about it.
Really at the beginning, with my upline being directly underneath the owner of the company, I said, you know what? You better go ahead and secure your spot. I literally had to get out of my emotions and put my business hat on. And that's what I want some of you to...
I had to get out of my emotions and put my business hat on. No.
You to think about as well as you're watching this video, because many of you that are watching this have been burnt in this industry. You're tired. I know. I have been there. So I understand it. But I also know that many of you that are watching this video, many of you also had that dream to one day walk a stage in a network marketing company. Many of you know that you have been called to create large organizations. And in fact, some of you know that you have to prove it to yourself that you can. So even though you're tired.
Wow. Okay. So, hey, I understand you guys failed. I understand you weren't able to build the organizations that you wanted to. I understand that you think that you were destined to walk the stage one day because you believed so hard that you could. Well, I understand that you probably failed with that, but if you get in early now, it's early enough that you could be at the top of the pyramid. That's literally all she's saying. That's all I'm hearing. I don't know.
Tired, even though you never want to do it again, something inside you still says, man, I wonder what it would be like to actually have an organization with thousands of people. I wonder what it would be like to be, you know, like this.
Yeah, something inside of them, because if you failed, like, you'd always wonder what it would be like if you, succeeded. You'd always, if you were the 99.7%, you'd always wonder what it would be like to be the 0.3 or the one that made it, you know, you know, because you worked really hard. You put a lot of time, energy, and money into it. You wanted it. A lot of people want it, but they will not ever get it because statistically they won't succeed in getting it just because the numbers don't work. So yeah, I don't know.
The or the or the, you know, Jeff and Janelle, you know, some of you are probably thinking about what it would be like if you were that person, and you owe it to yourself to give it another shot, right?
You owe it to yourself You do not owe it to yourself. You do not owe it to yourself to join Tava.
Right? But I'm going to do another video on that. So the reason I said yes to Tava was because of those things that I just said. I had to look at the timing. I looked at the positioning. And then I tried the product. See, I received the product first before I ever got into the organization, before I ever got into the company. Mr. Browning sent me a sample, and in 7 days, I lost 9 pounds. Now, let me tell you why that's...
You guys, does that even make sense? In 7 days, she lost 9 pounds. Aren't you supposed to, like, healthily, when you lose weight, it's like 2 pounds a week? I don't know, I'm making this up, hold on. 9 pounds in 1 week. Okay, it was probably just water weight. I mean, first off, that's not really healthy to lose a bunch of weight in a short amount of time. But I think that when you first lose a big chunk of weight, it's likely water weight. That's what the internet is telling me.
Let me tell you why that's important for me. I am someone who has had an issue with weight my entire life. Lost 100 pounds, gained a lot back. You know, so I've always gone up and down. And this last time for me, when I've gained weight this year, it was so much harder for me to take it off. And I had gotten to a place where I wasn't sure if I could do it. And the thing about it is, I literally was calling weight loss clinics just about a few weeks before I had been presented with Tava. And I was calling to find out how to get some diet pills.
So you mean to tell me, okay, that she was calling weight loss clinics with like registered dietitians, but instead she opted for Tava from some guy who presented to her in divine fashion? Now, come on. Does that even sound logical? So she means to say she canceled her search for looking for clinics over Tava?
I don't believe you.
Come on.
Diet pills and what my options were, because I did not think I could do it again. And the fact that I'm sitting before you in this video where I've lost a good amount of weight, you will see my before and after in the videos that I have. I'll probably link it somewhere here. But in 3 weeks, I've lost as much weight as I have, gotten a lot of confidence back, and the fact that I've been going consistently to the gym.
Has she only been on, have she had Tava for 3 weeks? Is that it? She lost 9 pounds in the first week, and then she's been doing it for 3 weeks, and so now this is her pitch? I'm just so confused.
Every week, a minimum of 4 times a week for the past month, is exciting for me, right? It's totally exciting for me and encouraging. And so Tava came right on time for me, for my personal needs, for me to have the ability to have...
You know what could have came right on time for you if you just made the appointment was your appointment with the diet clinics, right? Why would you say that you're gonna look for that kind of service and then literally settle for a knockoff It Works with CBD coffee? Seriously.
A work ethic to get to the gym every day, or 4 times a day, 4 times a week actually, for me to have the accountability to get it done. And I'm not gonna lie to you y'all, like I said in the beginning of this video, I was successful in what I was doing, but I felt like something was missing. And I found myself slowly but surely just being stagnant. I felt like I wasn't feeling alive. The last 2 months, I had been feeling kind of down. And I had my high moments. I wasn't in a place of depression or anything like that, but I felt like something was missing. I was not myself. And to tell you the truth, every day I'm excited now. Every day I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I have something to do. I'm impacting lives. I feel alive. I'm dancing.
What was she doing before though? Wasn't she already impacting lives and happy and whatever? So before she already had purpose, but then now she didn't have purpose and this all of a sudden gave her purpose. Now she's impacting lives. I mean, didn't she do ministry before? Wasn't she impacting lives before? This just feels like a scam to me, y'all. Feels like a really terrible pitch in my most personally humble opinion. I just don't like this pitch. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't like this pitch. I've heard a lot of pitches in my day, and from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst pitch I've ever heard, 10 being the best pitch I've ever heard, that I almost thought about maybe joining that MLM after, but I was like, no. I'd give this one a 2.6. 8. 2.8. Because I don't like how because to me, I really am not really a big fan of using religion to try and recruit people. So to me, that really knocks it. And then the inconsistencies are lowering it down for me as well. But
dancing, I'm singing, I feel so good. You can probably feel that energy through this video. And that came as a direct result of me saying yes to Tava. Now, that's not going to be everybody's story, right? It isn't just the fact that I said yes to Tava. I said yes to my leader. I said yes to people that I'm connected to in our group. I said yes to that, and the alignment with people being on the same vibrational frequency as you is real. Because my life changed in just a short period of time just by saying yes to partnering with Mr. And then meeting like a Barb, then meeting a Nevada, right? And being with a Dorothy. These are the star players on my team, right? And so this video is going longer than I wanted it to, but I wanted to share this with you because...
No, I really don't like this. Basically, she's saying, oh yeah, well, we were able to gather other top MLM people, so I'm going to align myself with them. These are the people on my team.
There are many of you that will come to YouTube right now, especially the fact that we just launched less than 2 months ago, that are looking for an opportunity. And or maybe you said, I'm not doing this whole network marketing again, but something has caught your attention because Tava's making some noise in this industry.
No. They're trying to be something's caught your attention. Something. God placed it here. It was a divine intervention. Something. Nothing, you guys. Nothing caught your attention. They're just trying to use this as the ploy to get people in. This is the hook, line, and sinker. Okay? It's religion.
This industry, right? I want you to do like I did and get out of your emotions. You know, one thing Mr. Browning told me that stuck with me was that if you stay in your past, if you live in your past, you can never live in your future. And that's a definite. If you stay and live in your past, you can never live in your future.
Just because you failed at MLM doesn't mean you're living in the past. You can just say, hey, I actually came to terms with the fact that MLMs are consistently set up for like my failure, so I'd actually rather not. And if you really see, I guess, the money signs in joining early and being at the top, the chances that MLMs fail like within the first few years, it's actually quite high that these companies don't succeed. But if they do and you do stay in, yeah, there is a chance that you'll make money. That's not to say that there is a chance you won't make money. But at what cost? And how many of those people like you who are sitting there now at the other end thinking that I failed, how many of those people will be down the line with Tava if they continue on?
You literally have the opportunity to create a new future. You have an opportunity to create a new story. So although it may have been hard for you before, and although you may be burned out, lost organizations, maybe got your back office shut down, who knows? You've probably gone through it all, right? I get it, been there. But what I can tell you is this. You have a new opportunity to say yes again and say yes to yourself and yes to all the people that are out there waiting for you. There are people right now that are praying for you to say yes so that you can be connected to them.
Yes, they're praying for you to say yes so that they can take your money.
And that they can get their yes in yours. So what I want you to do is either email an email address that will be there below in the description box, right? And myself or someone from my team will get back in contact with you. There'll be a number as well. Text that number and say in that text that you want to get started or you want more information, and we'll be gladly to assist you with that. I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward to working with A-list leaders, right? That are willing and ready to change lives, that are willing and ready to make 2020 the best year of their lives thus far by moving with an opportunity that is fresh and ready to change lives, right? This is exciting times and you can be a part of it. So I thank you for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, that about wraps that up. I really think that it exemplifies exactly what I felt like on that call that I was on. This was a lot less, like this to me, I feel like was more of like a distributor's pitched to not necessarily, more of just like a general initial whatever. Like the call I was on was like a call, you know what I mean? Like it was like a call. Like I really felt like it was, you know, we were preaching to the choir because there was a bunch of people on there, and you know, it was a recruitment call, so they were trying to get anybody on that they could get on. And by the end of it though, I was just like, I can't even fathom the fact that they used religion in this capacity to basically say that this crap was placed into people's lives through the power of a higher power, you know, through the power of God, through the power of sweet baby G's. I don't know, you know, it's like, what? That's weird, right? That's weird. So yeah, anyways, be on the lookout, you guys, for when people use religion to try and recruit you. You know, be strong in your faith outside of a company, a tangible product, weight loss, diet pills, anything like that. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like. Again, follow me on Instagram if you'd like to, and be sure to subscribe if you don't already subscribe to my channel, and also if if you'd like to. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys, as always. So until next time, bye.